Is the UK weather killing gardening businesses? And could diversifying your business save your business? Watch till the very end of this video and I'm going to set you all a challenge that has the potential to grow your business, even in a heat wave. Let's get into it. So I saw a video yesterday and I think it's a great conversation point because we all know as gardeners, the summer months are our prime time. They're the times when we're working more, we haven't got enough hours in the day, the phone's off the hook, the customer wants more time, more services. We're pulled from pillar to post. That's what it should be like. But right now, it is the complete opposite for a lot of gardeners. And what I want to talk about is a comment that was made by a video. I won't mention names, but a video who went into gardening and garden businesses. And he actually said that he has people that he knows of who've gone from, they've been working for 6 to sometimes 10 years, established businesses, and they've actually gone bust this year, or they've decided to throw in the towel and quit. Why? Because the grass hasn't grown for 10 weeks. And that really made me think. We're living in a time now where the weather is just so extreme. We can't really plan any more than we used to. When I did this, my first time when I was self-employed, I was a gardener, I did it for 10 years and I was busy all year. Throughout the winter, I would still work, I was busy, but I never just cut grass. And the people who are being really affected now are the ones who just cut grass. I think with gardeners who have a general garden maintenance business, have learnt to diversify their business. Yes, they might be a bit quieter now, but generally they've got enough. They aren't as worried. And I know from people I've spoke to firsthand who just cut grass are really worried now, really stressing and praying for rain in the time when this should be our busiest time. And that really got me thinking, how does a gardener diversify their business so they can plan and they can have a profitable business? Well, we're going to go into things that we can all do that's going to help each other out, help us out, and hopefully give us a business that we're proud of and that's making money. And there's nothing worse when you hear about other gardening businesses going bust in the busiest time, or should be the busiest time. And this brings me to another point, because I saw another video that I won't go into details who they are or what the channel's called, but they also kind of put it into a negative light if a gardener dared to go out of their lines. You know, you say, oh, a gardener should be doing gardening, they shouldn't be doing exterior cleaning. And I think I agree to a point, because gardening is gardening, exterior cleaning is exterior cleaning, and both have different skill sets. But who is to say who does what? Let's be honest. At the end of the day, we have our own businesses. We go out to earn money to look after our family. So why can't a gardener jet wash a patio in winter? Why can't a gardener clean gutters? I think an exterior cleaning company, when they can specialise in certain things, you know, like graffiti removal, you know, driveway cleaning, but they use all the proper chemicals, they've done training. That's a different ball game, and I appreciate what they do. But I think in this day and age, gardeners should really be looking at diversifying into other areas. And I'm not saying all gardeners, I'm saying if a gardener right now is struggling for work, then we really need to be looking at that and trying to improve things. If you're flat out and you're busy, great, you've won. Like, that's fantastic, that's the goal. And it's just disheartening really when you hear people who've been going for so long, who have been established, who one summer can finish them off. Because they know, if I don't get through this summer and earn enough, then I haven't got any work in winter anyway. So potentially, if you have 4 months, 3-4 months in summer, you're earning no money. You've got 3-4 months in winter, you're earning no money. You've got 10 months of the year where you've earned no money. It doesn't matter what savings you've got, what kind of treasure trove you've built up over them years, that is slowly going to eat away. And it's so unfortunate when really we could all diversify and do other things. And I was thinking about this, and I thought it'd be a great way to open up the conversation again. You know what I like to do? I like to get the comments down at the bottom of this video and tell me, what are you doing right now? Are you struggling? Are you one of the fortunate ones where you are really busy? You've got loads of work. What's happening? It made me think, because I've only been going, this is my 3rd month. And on this same video, the person said, I really feel sorry for people who have just started. And that made me think. And part of me thought, I'm quite fortunate, I'm quite lucky that I am busy. And I'm thankful for that. It's because I am a general gardener. I will cut hedges. I don't just cut grass. I will spray the weeds. I will plant. I will turf. I will jet wash a patio. I clean gutters. I now do roof scraping. This time I wanted to offer as many services as I could, relatively speaking, that I know I can do a good job. I'm not going to go in and do bricklaying and, proper landscaping, because that's not my skill and I don't want to do a bad job. But I can jet wash to a good standard. I can clear the roofs. I've got a proper vacuum. I've got the kit to do that, and I'm confident in the services that I provide. But in doing that, has enabled me to stay busy in a potentially business-destroying climate. So what I'm going to set you all the challenge. First of all, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, cheers guys, leave a comment. I want to see exactly what you're doing. How busy are you? Are you struggling? Let me know what's going on. And let me know what services you offer. I've had some really good chats with Sam at SGM Maintenance, so big shout out to him. Hope you're all alright, mate. And he's similar to me. He does gutter cleaning and jet washing, and I think that's fantastic. And he says it's great. But then other gardeners say, oh no, I wouldn't do that. That's a different job. That's a different trade. But if you're not busy, if you have holes in the diary, why not? Diversify the business, offer different services. So my challenge to you, I said at the start, I'm going to set you a challenge. And if you do it, there's no doubt it will improve your business. Okay? And this is what I want you to do. If you're struggling and you need more work, you've got gaps in the diary, maybe you just cut grass and you're worried. The people who do just cut grass, generally you're going to have a lot more customers on the books than someone like me, where I look after gardens and I only need a handful of customers. Whereas people who cut grass, let's say for easy maths, they do 10 lawn cuts a day, 5 days a week. That's 50 lawn cuts on a fortnightly basis. That's 100 customers over a period of a month that you service and you look after. What I want you to do, I want you to go to each one of those customers and just say, is there anything else you would like me to do in the garden? I know I've been cutting your grass. And go around the garden before you have a chat with them. Have a look. Are the hedges that need cutting? Is the weeds on the drive that needs spraying? Borders, mulching. Like when it's so hot like this, to mulch a border is a great little upsell. Because you're not lying, it's the truth. To mulch a border, to put bark down on a border is very good for the border. It's good for the plants. It keeps what moisture is in the soil without it evaporating too much. It's just good. It's good for the soil. It's good for everything. And it's a job that you can do and get paid for. Have a look. Can you get your ladders out and clear the gutters? Can you, if you've got your karcher at home, and can you jet wash the patio? I'm going to get tortured for this because people, all the exterior cleaning lads, like, oh, you got the gardeners with the karchers. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, guys, if you're struggling in this climate now, like physical climate, we've got to earn money. It's your business, it's your family. You've got to win them. No one is going to do it for you. So I want to open up the conversation with this. And also, once, if you do that and go and speak to your customers and ask them for any other services that they want, within reason, obviously. I'm not saying go and fit the boiler for them unless you're qualified. Let me know how you get on. I've done it. I've spoke to customers and I've asked them, is there anything else you want doing? And already on a care home today, there's an extra work of clearing they've got a little stream, a little brook that runs down the middle of their property. They want it clearing. There's trees, self-seeders full of ash and oak trees, little kind of saplings and self-seeders. They want it clearing. They're going to reinstate the river. At the moment, it's dried up. So they're going to reinstate it. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm glad I asked. So, because for example, what got me thinking as well, on that care home that I look after, that is actually my biggest mowing job. When I go there, I can spend 4 or 5 hours minimum just cutting grass there. I haven't cut that grass in 10 weeks now. It's just berserk. And it worried me, the thought of, if that was just a grass cutting client, I've lost my biggest customer there for 10 weeks. And I'm pretty sure I ain't going to be cutting it in 2 weeks' time either. But luckily, I look after that as a kind of a package. I'll do the borders, I'll spray the drives, I'll cut the shrubs, cut the hedges, all kind of things like that, because I've diversified and I've offered more services. So I want to open this up to you guys. Tell me what you're doing, how you're coping. Do you accept the challenge? Are you going to go to all your customers and say, I'm saying this if you're struggling for work, for all the boys who are busy, great, hats off to you, well done. But the ones who need the work, utilise your customer base if you're not already. You've already gained that trust. They already know you. They already pay you for a service. So capitalise on that. How much money, this isn't, I'm not trying to rip people off. I know it sounds dodgy, but your customer there, you need to try and get as much money out of them as possible. You want that customer for as long as possible. And if they're happy with the work you do, happy with the services you offer, they agree the price, why not? Why not? So I've rambled on enough. Over to you guys. Let me know either way. And I'll look forward to going back into this and seeing how you've got on. Take care, guys. See you. Goodbye for now.